There we go. What is up, Celtics Nation? You are tuned in to the Dynasty Proud post-game podcast right here. I'm going to sit down and talk about what we just saw right here against the Celtics versus the Miami Heat today. The Celtics absolutely took control over in that fourth quarter today, beating the Miami Heat 129-116 to put us at 16-11 on the season. I am the Parquet Poppy here with my boy Adrian right here at NBA Swing Pass, here to break down a little bit of what we saw in today's game. But before that, I have to do a celebratory cheers for this game. I'm going to crack open a cold one for beating the Miami Heat today. This one is well deserved because, man, it is always good to beat the Miami Heat any day of the week, any of the year. So cheers to the Celtics for that dub. Tastes so good when you win. All right.
Yeah.
Yes. The Celtics own the Miami Heat. I mean, it's pretty much what it's come down to these past 3 seasons now. And even without Jason Tatum, we're out here dominating them. It was absolutely insane to see that fourth quarter. I mean, that's where the game shifted. Right there, fourth quarter, just Celtics absolutely draining from the behind the 3-point arc today, on fire. Set a Celtics record, franchise record, for 10 points in a fourth quarter. 10 3-pointers made in the fourth quarter. So just really, really like dominant fourth quarter after it was pretty much a battle the first 3 quarters today. Not a great first half from the Celtics. Me and Adrian were just about to get into that before we came live. And just a tale of two halves. Celtics were, battling it out with the Miami Heat in that first half, not taking really trying to take too many threes. And when they did start taking threes, I believe in that second quarter, it became just like shot chucking, searching for threes, because Miami in that first half was hitting their 3-pointers at kind of a crazy clip, considering that they had only made they hadn't shot over 9 3-pointers in like their past 5 games. So per game they hadn't shot more than, or made more than 9, or was it cumulative? I couldn't see what they were trying to say on that, but either way, they weren't shooting the 3-pointer like how they did tonight against the Celtics. You could tell the Celtics were kind of feeling the pressure a little bit. They had to chuck up some 3-point shots there in that second. It became kind of sloppy, but they were able to get themselves back into this game, get themselves under control, and took over in that fourth quarter to start. Had Eric Spoelstra taking, what was it, 3 timeouts in a row? I think it was 3 or 4 timeouts in a row, trying to stop that Celtics run, but he couldn't stop it. It was absolutely over with at that point. Miami Heat on the second night of a back-to-back. They've been doing good this year so far. On their second night of back-to-backs, they were 3-1, their record. This game, they just couldn't hang in there in those final ones. It's understandable for that team. They were relying on some guys that were seeing their most minutes all year in this game. So, it hit them. The wall hit them in that fourth quarter. And the Celtics knew that, hey, we got to start making some 3-pointers in this fourth quarter, and they let it fly. And they let it fly because the shots were going in, thankfully. Sam Hauser found his touch. Derek White, absolutely insane game from Derek White today, my player of the game. And Derek White kept us in that game in the first half completely by himself. So he's my player of the game. Even though JB had a great game that second half, drawing a lot of fouls, still Derek White gets my nod.
Yeah, I mean, Derek White, he was I think in the first half the Celtics only hit 9 threes and 6 were from Derek. He carried the team in the first half scoring wise. was a back and forth, back and forth. It was like a boxing match. You hit me, I hit you, and second half, the floodgates just opened up. Everyone was hitting, especially in that fourth quarter. It was insane. Hauser, JB was hitting a few. Derek
Hmm.
White was everything he was throwing. He was in his zone. Everything he was throwing up was going in.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it was tale of two halves, definitely.
It was good to see Sam Hauser get back, man, because, I'd been talking like, hey, he might be a trade piece if, the injuries continue to stack up, if his shot isn't falling. So nice to see a little bit of a bounce back game from him. He had a little bit of a rough first half as well. He had, I think, a turnover there trying to dribble. I think he like dribbled it off of his foot or something. Not the best half from him. Not the best half from a lot of guys, including Jaylen Brown that first half. I believe he ended the half with only 9 points
Yeah,
going into the half. So not his best overall game. Not sure if it's like I don't think it's a mental thing playing against the Heat, but um, I think I think Eric Spoelstra just knows how he wants to play
yeah,
against Jalen defensively. So it really bothers Jalen a little bit, but hey, he stuck it out, kept driving, kept getting to the line, and made his free throws today. You know, complete 360, 180, whatever you want to say. Compared to the last game where he missed half of his free throws. I think he was 7 out of 15 or something like that. So nice to see a nice little bounce back from him this game, and help the team when they needed him, because they definitely needed him in that third quarter. And yeah, it was just a nice bounce back quarter right there in that third quarter from Jalen, and then fourth quarter just started off with Derek White and Sam Hauser just going absolutely off from the 3-point line, and Derek White tied his 3-point makes in a game. So I think he's sitting at 9. If he would have hit his 10th, that would have been his new record for a game. Was hoping he would hit it, but
yeah,
it's good to see that he tied it. He was shooting absolutely out of his mind today, which yeah, he's definitely bounced back since the beginning of this season for sure. He was struggling earlier.
yeah. I mean, when he's on, it's beautiful to watch him shoot. The stroke, the form. He gets enough air under that ball. He's a clutch shooter when he's on. In
Hmm.
it peaks and valleys with all these shooters anyway. I mean, once they're on, they can't miss. Once they're off, they can't hit anything. So it's peaks and valleys. But tonight he was on, and it was good to see him try to break out his little slump that he's been having.
Yeah, he's been definitely been needing this kind of like game. This is now his first time in his career where he's hit back to back 30-point games. So nice little bounce back. It's got to be feeling good for him going into the next game. Celtics are now back in the win column after 2 losses in a row. So yeah, it's been a little bit of a struggle the past couple games, but coming into this game, the Miami Heat, they've been decent this year. They're sitting at 15 and 13 in the East right now, so not too bad. They've cooled off a little bit. They did have a really hot start to the season. They have cooled off a lot since then, but Eric Spoelstra team, you still have to respect them. Whoever they put on that court, Eric Spoelstra is going to try to maximize the most out of each and every player he puts out there. So
Yeah,
nice of the Celtics to, they didn't when the Celtics got down this game, they could have easily, been like, like chilled, rested a little bit, not taking it so seriously, thinking that they were gonna, that this would be an easy win. The Celtics absolutely didn't take this matchup lightly today. They played hard, and the Miami Heat were dominating on the boards early as well. I mean, they dominated on the boards most of the game today, to be honest. It
yeah,
wasn't until the Celtics started hitting shots. And you can't rebound off of a made shot, so it helped the Celtics out tremendously when they started making their shots.
yeah,
Yeah, so uh, basically the Miami Heat, like I was saying, they were rebounding really well against the Celtics, getting a lot of second chance opportunities this game, and they were making threes. But the Celtics were still trying to battle in the paint, trying to drive, trying to get things close. But eventually they had to start hitting threes this game. And fortunately they did, and they hit at a crazy, unprecedented, 10 shots, 10 3-pointers that fourth quarter, setting their, like I had said earlier, their franchise record. So, yeah, when they needed it, they got it. Close game all the way through up until that fourth quarter. And they built that lead in the fourth. That was it. It was game over. Shout out to the Heat for showing up and, trying to play hard on this second night of a back-to-back. But the Celtics, the Celtics are gonna, like I said earlier this year, they're gonna give these teams fits. The teams that think like, hey, the Celtics don't have Tatum anymore, they're out of it. The Celtics don't care. They don't think like that. They don't have that mentality of like, oh, our best player's gone. That's it. The season's scrapped. Like, no, it's you're gonna come into our house. We're gonna battle you. If you get the win, you get the win, whatever. But the Celtics are not giving up. I haven't seen a game once this year where they've lost and it looks like that they stopped competing. I mean, if you've seen one, I can't remember one, but the Celtics, they don't care what everyone thinks. They're going to play hard. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who the opponent is.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of things I want to point out though, like Derek White, first half, what was 6 threes and 5 blocks, first player in NBA history to achieve that.
They took a block away.
Oh, did they? Oh,
They
okay.
did, yeah,
All
yeah.
right. So
Drew had mentioned it. Yeah, they took one away, so he became like the second player to have, I believe it was like 5 threes and 3 blocks in like back-to-back games or something
Okay.
like that. Yeah, they
Yeah.
changed it, but that was an amazing. That would have been amazing if he was the only one to do that.
Yeah, that was crazy. Plus, Mr. Fourth Quarter was in the house today. Big fourth quarter.
IT4, yes sir.
Yeah, you retweeted me,
Oh yeah,
which was nice to see.
dude, we got to
Yeah,
try to get him on the pod, man. I tried DMing him. It was like a couple weeks ago now. So hey, if we got that motion, we should try to see if we can get something set up. I'm sure he's
yeah,
got an agent and stuff still. So
yeah. We gotta get somebody on this, but
mm-hmm.
we'll find someone.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. I mean, Mr. Fourth Quarter was in the house. Big fourth quarter. 10 threes in the fourth. We pulled away. It's a good
dude.
win. We come back tomorrow night, and I think we play Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we can get that win too. Start building a little more, another streak, stack a few more, and try to move up the standings. Currently we're still third, and I think Miami was fourth coming in. So
Yeah, for sure, man. But just how poetic was that having IT there tonight? They're celebrating the game where he scored was 51, 52
yeah,
points
yeah,
on a day that we're playing the Miami Heat. Going into the fourth quarter, the Celtics are in a battle with the Miami Heat, and Mr. Fourth Quarter gets up in front of the fans, hypes them up going into the fourth quarter, and then the Celtics just absolutely go off in the fourth quarter. This is why I love sports. It was just so poetic. It was so great to do that to the Miami Heat again. Um, and yeah, like I said, we've owned that Miami Heat matchup these past 3 years. I think they said Celtics were 13-3 the past couple seasons, including a couple of playoffs that we played against them. So make that 14-3 now. 11 games over in the past 3 seasons, and yeah, man, we continue to still own them. The Miami Heat are still struggling to find, their way back to a championship contending team,
yeah,
the post the LeBron era. They had that fluke little run, where they made it to the finals and had to play the Denver Nuggets and just absolutely got demolished. No one ever talks about that. I mean, it was literally the easiest finals in NBA history for the Denver Nuggets right there. No challenge whatsoever for them against the Miami Heat. What a fluke. They got in because, we blew that series, but it's whatever.
yeah. Tatum went down with the ankle. Yeah,
Tatum went down with the ankle, and then Jaylen Brown had probably the worst fourth quarter. Probably the worst, actually, game 7. Just trying to do too much. I think he had, what, like 8 turnovers that game? It was
Yeah,
crazy.
he was doing too much.
Yeah. Almost felt like that kind of performance for Jalen in that first half of this game today. S Struggling against the Miami Heat, it felt like, "Oh, great, what's new?" Jalen and Miami Heat trying to win a game, but, hey, he did his thing. He did his thing today. 30 points on his own, I believe. So, let's take a look at that box score. And yeah, it looks like so we had a really good Namish Keita game today. 25 minutes from him, 10 points, 4 or 6 from the field. Landed on his back hard a couple times this game.
Yeah.
Uh, that had me a little worried because we lose him. I mean, we have really no other big besides Garza and Boucher. So
Yeah.
the Celtics have to they need to hurry up, man. Like, we need to get something going with a center because,
Yeah.
we lose Namish Keita and we're relying on, Luka Garza and, Chris Boucher for the rest of the season with, I mean, I have no doubt that this Namish Keita back injury is going to come up on the injury report coming up.
Yeah.
It's going to tighten up tonight on him. Absolutely is
Yeah.
going to tighten up
Yeah.
on him.
Yeah. Usually the day after. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, Celtics, man. I mean, if they're serious, if they think Tatum's coming back, and they want to get into some playoff contention, possibly make the finals, man, they need a real big, a real number one starter. Get putting Nemish Keita back on the bench because Nemish Keita has definitely grown this season starting, but you got to get somebody that's gonna um, be the starter, the number one as far as the centers go, and have Namish, come off that bench. Because he hasn't really he's shown sparks, but nothing substantial where it's like super consistent game in and game out. So we need that. He only came down with 3 rebounds today.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Joe Mazzulla was absolutely ecstatic when he comes down with like a major one. If you saw during the game, he's like, "That's how you rebound. That's how you do it." Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
having to tell your center, "That's how you rebound, man." Like, come on, like, man,
Yeah.
we need just a consistent rebounder on this team.
Yeah. There was a weird stat that they mentioned on the broadcast. So the Celtics are the 30th team in defensive rebounding and the 4th in offensive rebound. That's a funny stat though.
You could tell though. I mean, this game, man, it was really apparent. The double big lineup that Spoelstra had out there was absolutely killing us with Ware and Adebayo.
Yeah.
So anytime the Celtics were trying to go for a rebound, I mean, those two towers were just standing over them, just tapping a ball to the Heat players, getting it over that, coming down, pulling the ball over them, and everything like that. So it was tough. It was tough for the Celtics today. With Mish only having 3 total rebounds, that really told the story. Even though Jaylen Brown came down with 9 of his own and Walsh had 7, Hugo Gonzalez had 8. So a lot of guys were getting it done besides Nemish Keita. But if we really had like that solid center in there, I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of those guys aren't going to have to crash as much as they do, which obviously is going to take some energy too to always consistently having to try to crash and grab a rebound. So
Yeah.
um, if the Celtics can get like a legit big, a lot of guys aren't going to have to do that. So maybe that helps them out in the future with a postseason run, with expending energy. All right, yeah, Derek White today, my player of the game, 36 minutes, 33 points, 11 of 20 from the field, and 9 of 14 from the 3-point line, along with 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 blocks, a game high plus 27 in the game.
Wow.
This was just an absolute Derek White masterclass. Masterclass. This guy, man, unreal. After that, the rookie from the Heat threw it off of the back and then smoked the bunny. Derek
Mhm.
White said, hold on, Rook. Hold on, Rook. Let me show you how to play the point guard position in the NBA." And he absolutely just completely owned the Miami Heat today. He owned them. Um,
Yeah, was a
I mean,
messing.
that's not new for Derek White. You know, Derek White and coming up clutch against the Miami Heat. I mean, if we only win that game 7, that play from Derek White goes in the NBA history Hall of Fame right there. Like, you walk into Springfield, Massachusetts, and Derek White's in the Hall of Fame one day, and they got the little video, the video board. They have the interactive one at the Hall of Fame where you pick the player, it shows you their career highlights. That is going in the Hall of Fame right there. Um,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Celtics did not win Game 7, but it will still go in Derek White's Hall of Fame film resume. I don't know if you've been to um, the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, but they have
No.
this. Oh man, dude, you got to check it out, man. They have this dope little like interactive room. It's just it's just a room, like a circular room, and there's these like tablets all along the side of all inside like the middle of this room. You go up to it, you you look through like the players and the teams that have reached the Hall of Fame. You press the button, and then the big TV screen in front of you just like rolls over, and it shows you like these career highlights. It's insane. It's awesome. Definitely go check it out. But
Yeah.
that right there, Derek White, when he's in the Hall of Fame one day, that's going in the film. And then it'll also be annotated about how he owns the Miami Heat, the Miami Heat owner. Let's actually check the Wikipedia right now. I'm pretty sure it says that in there if we took a look. uh, just
Uh,
amazing game from Derek White
yeah.
today. Yeah, considering how his season has gone this year. Uh, you gotta you gotta think that he's feeling a whole lot better now with these past couple games that he's been having about his performance. So
Yeah, he's definitely turned a corner. I think he's back, pretty much close to being 100% back. Yeah, it's streaky, but he's starting to build some games together, and
mhm,
he's breaking out
mhm.
a little bit. And like to see Peyton, stack a couple games together himself. But it'll come. These guys are good players. They're good
Y-
shooters. They're good at the game basketball, so it'll come.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think like we were like here on the post game, we haven't really been too worried about them, right? We've been saying that they're going to bounce back. We've been saying like let's remain confident in them. Um, it just took a lot longer this season, I think, than what we were expecting. Um,
Yeah,
I think after we lost Tatum and we've seen how good these guys have played with Tatum, that we're just like, oh, Tatum gone. It's okay. They'll pick it up. I mean, they're NBA fringe all stars. So I think we put a lot of like faith that it was going to get done early. That they were going to build up early, but it has taken time this year. It has been a little bit of a tougher go for them this year without Tatum. So yeah, now we're at that point where it's like, okay, like now these guys are playing how we expected them to. So, I don't really have any fears or anything about these guys. Yeah, eventually they'll go into a slump again, but right now I feel pretty confident that they've kind of found their groove in who they are.
hmm,
So 35 minutes from Jalen Brown today, 30 points. Quiet first half from Jalen today, but a nice second half from Jalen today with as far as like attacking the rim. He or attacking the in the paint. So he ended up with 11 free throws today, made 10 of them. Shot 9 for 18 from the field and was 2 of 4 from 3. Passes the late great Tommy Heinsohn in
oh,
scoring for the Celtics. So congratulations to Jalen Brown passing an all-time legend in Tommy Heinsohn and one of the all-time Celtics. Jalen this season is continuing to stack and build up his resume as a Celtics all-time great. I mean, you can probably say he's a Celtics all-time great right now as is. But continuing to build that resume, and it's just absolutely awesome to see JB and his accomplishments this year, because there is no Tatum this year, right? So all the attention is focused on Jalen now, and he's getting his praise and his shine and his accolades this season. And it's good to see him kind of like taking it in now, soaking it in, kind of realizing like, hey, I am that guy too. He's made it vocal off the court now as well. He's gotten a little bit more, you know, vocal with how he perceives himself and how the media perceives the Celtics. And he talks about how it's, why do I not get the calls? He talks about this kind of stuff now, and I feel like that's kind of like happened with the maturity and of him like growing, and that finding his voice now. He's still under 30 years old. How many of us when we were under 30 years old, we were still learning who we are as a person, who we want to be as a person. And I feel like Jalen this past season, he's growing into who he is as a person now. He's being more vocal. He's like saying like, hey, like I'm like 9 years in the league right now. I'm becoming an old head right now. So, I see a lot of these other guys talking and stuff like that in the media and stuff. I'm gonna start doing that too. I'm gonna start letting it known like, hey, like we get screwed on calls. What's going on? These other players flopping and stuff like that. They get, Jalen is rounding into his form right now, and really good stuff to see from him. And a lot of Celtics fans are enjoying it. There's Celtics fans that are not enjoying with Jalen being a little more outspoken this season, but it is what it is. I mean, Jalen's talking the talk and walking the walk. His game is back. He backs up. He can talk if he's backing up his game, which he's absolutely doing this season. If fans have a problem with that, I mean, maybe this, basketball's not for you. Because a lot of these guys that play for other teams have egos. They have podcasts, they talk, they stream and do stuff like that. And if you don't want that out of players, if you don't want them to be confident, if you don't want them to talk their talk, I mean, what do you want from you? You just want the team to be boring on the court? I don't know. I don't like.
Yeah.
We kind of have had that perception, right, with Tatum being the leader, and now Jalen's taking over, and he's like, "Hold on, while it's my team right now, let me do things the way I want to do," and it's paying off for him. He's having a crazy season in MVP talks now too, like top 10 or whatever. So. Good for Jaylen Brown this season. Just absolutely stacking up the accolades and, rounding into one of those all-time Celtics. Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely well deserved. He's a guy that came into this league with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder ever since draft night, and he plays with that edge. And as far as him streaming and all this Twitch stuff, he's got a good personality. He's a funny guy, and it's his personality is starting to show. He's more comfortable within himself, and he's more comfortable out on a basketball court too. It's obviously showing with this.
Oh yeah,
his performances this year and MVP, candidate and All NBA candidate at this point, first team.
Yeah,
you got to give it to him. But yeah, he's definitely grown this year.
Oh yeah, it was nice to see like Isaiah Thomas too give him like some nice words during his interview with Abby Chin today. So we've been watching Jalen for a long time now. It's kind of crazy that this is his 9th NBA season, and just the growth from 9 years ago to tonight to today is just absolutely astounding. Passing Tommy Hines in today, just good stuff from Jalen, man. Congrats to him, and he's gonna keep building on top of that resume. He's gonna be in top 10 scoring not too much longer now. For the Celtics. Payton Pritchard today, 27 minutes, 9 points, 2 of 8 from the 3-point line. All his shots came today from the 3-point line. You didn't really see him attack in the paint too much today because with that double big lineup that Spoelstra was deploying today, anytime Payton tried getting into that paint, he was just getting absolutely stopped. No one was letting him in there tonight. So, he didn't really get to do so much. Not too much scoring. I mean, the opportunities he got from the 3-point line, a couple of those shots. Um, I mean, they weren't that close. So he had 4 points, 4 rebounds along with that, and moving on to Jordan Walsh, a quick 22 minutes today, 6 points, 2 of 6 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3. He's cooled off a little bit, scoring wise. So, but even with the lack of scoring today, he was aggressive on the boards. Came in, took 7 of them. Had an assist, a couple blocks as well. So, what he didn't provide on the offensive end, he provided on the defensive end today, which helped the Celtics out tremendously when they were kind of getting beat on the boards early in that game. So, man, Sam Hauser today. Welcome back, Sam Hauser. 25 minutes, 15 points, 5 of 6 from the 3-point line. So all of Sam's shots, for the most part, all the makes came in that fourth quarter. Just good stuff from him, man. We needed that. We needed that scoring outburst from him today. Josh Minot, 7 minutes, 2 points. Nothing really from him today. He came in. He had that one bucket that he had was on the steal in transition slam or layup against Bam Adebayo on his back. That was all he did. But he's kind of taking a back seat these last couple games too. Not really too much from him. Anthony Simons, 29 minutes today, 14 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 4 rebounds, assists, a turnover. Okay, decent game from him today. Decent game from him today. He missed a couple of his shots early in the game, but seemed to find himself. He seemed to be a little bit more aggressive, was a little bit more comfortable taking the shot in that second half. Really helped out the Celtics a lot. And we needed that from him because at the beginning, man, when he picked up his 3 quick fouls, he went right to the bench, and I thought that might have been it for him for the game. I was kind of like thinking to myself, not really thinking to myself because I tweeted it out that he should stay on the bench, but we needed scoring, and Joe Mazzulla, he's really like one of the only like scorers, ball handlers coming off of that bench. So I mean, Joe's gonna have to put him back in the game, right?
Yeah.
As much as Simons, defensive liabilities are out there, they exist, we see it. Yeah, we needed the scoring this time. This was one of the games where I had talked about, you have to put somebody else in for Simons because we need the defense. But the defense wasn't great really from a lot of people today. So yeah, I mean, you have to put in the guy then now that's gonna get you the points, even though the defense isn't as good as the offense. So Baylor Shireman, 6 minutes, 0 points. I don't know, man. There's some people that big Shireman fans. I was one last year, but it was only because the team that we had around him last year, you could hide him. So whenever he's out there on the court, it's really hard to hide him on defense now. Man, he's just so hot and cold. He's second season, so I'm not going to get too crazy about it.
Yeah, he's kind of streaky. I mean, his shot looks like every time he shoots it, looks like it's online, but it's always hitting the back of the rim.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that little hitch in his getty up on his shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would think he'd be a better shooter, just make more shots anyway, just because he seems like he's a confident player. He's got that
Mm-hmm.
little bit of a swag to him, but
Mm-hmm.
just not a consistent jump shooter.
He's not a consistent jump shooter, but I feel like he also doesn't get the opportunity to play make as much either. I feel like he had more opportunities last year, which is crazy because of the players that we had around him. And this year, I feel like he really is just on the wing, catch and shoot, and he's like streaky now. But we saw flashes last year. I mean, he was making Rondo-esque passes.
Yeah.
So the guy can play. It's just I think now with the personnel that's around him, he's being asked to do, to play a different role this year compared to last year. So probably is affecting him.
Yeah.
But second year player, he'll figure it out. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
Um, and
Is he one of those players that can have a breakout season with another team, like be like most improved player type?
that's tough. I feel like if you put him on the Miami Heat, I feel like Eric Spoelstra would absolutely be able to utilize him.
Yeah.
I feel like Eric Spoelstra can literally like just find anybody off the street and turn them into a basketball player within
Yeah.
his system. I think he could. I think Baylor Shireman could, um, thrive in another system. This system here, though, has changed now dramatically from his year 1 to his year 2. So he's trying to figure it out now in his second year with a team that just had a superstar lineup last year. And then all those players are gone now. He's put into a different role and he's trying to figure it out, just like a lot of these other guys are. But some of these other guys have been with the team
Yeah.
for a couple years now, so more than a couple years. So him and Simons, Minot, they're kind of like in that group of guys that have played on other teams and are trying to come into a system and find their footing. And that's the group that he's under right now. Hugo Gonzalez, I'll put him in a different category because he's a rookie, right? This is
Yeah.
his first season. This is all he knows. So he obviously has a little bit of a leg up on like a Baylor Shireman because this is the only system he knows. He had his previous seasons in Madrid, but this is his first pro season with the NBA. So he's coming in, learning everything new from Joe and adjusting to just NBA life in general. But yeah, Simon, Shireman, and Minot fall under that group of like, hey, you guys have had success you guys have been in other organizations and everything. So now in this one, you're gonna have to find your new role and everything, and figure it out. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing. You can't really blame Shireman for the drastic turnover on this team, right? It is
Yeah.
what it is. You just have to adapt and overcome. Hugo Gonzalez, decent game today from him today. Just really good defense from him. 29 minutes. Joe played him a lot off the bench today. 10 points, 4 or 7 from the field, 1 or 2 from the 3. And that 3 that he hit with that nice dime from Derek White across court. And Hugo was standing there too for a good couple seconds, hands up, raised in the air, like, yo, I'm open. Derek White dimes him up. And nice little shot from him. He was feeling it. He was feeling a little confident after that. Good stuff from him. He pulled down 8 rebounds today. One shy of Jaylen Brown. So he went in there and he made his presence known on the glass. Like, I'm getting these boards. 2 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block to go along with that, man. He was a game high plus 20, second in the team plus minus plus 22. So game high was Derek White, but Hugo Gonzalez with a plus 22 off the bench. Good stuff from him today. Overall, the Celtics shot 44 of 82 from the field, 21 of 43 from 3, and they were 20 of 24 from their free throws. Rebounding, 46 rebounds, 25 assists, 14 turnovers. Man, the Celtics had like 8 or 9 in that first half alone. So
Yeah.
For them to chill on the turnovers in that second half definitely helped them out. Helped them come back in this game. They had 8 steals and 8 blocks today.
Nice. Yeah.
That's some good stuff right there. Compared to the Miami Heat, 6 steals and 1 block. Who got that block? Kalel Ware. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Wow. And crazy. 8 blocks to 1. The Miami Heat took 102 shots this game.
Wow.
102. They took 20 more shots than the Celtics today, and they hit 40 of 102, 39% from the field, 49 threes today for the Miami Heat.
Oh.
Almost half of their shots came from the 3-point line today, and they only made 19. Celtics, wow, insane. 19 of 49, 39%, and they hit 17 of their 24 free throws, 47 rebounds, 27 assists, 13 turnovers, 6 steals, and a block. Offensive rebounding, they had 17. Celtics had 6. The Miami Heat came in and they thought that they were going to shoot today. They thought that they were going to outshoot the Celtics. The math would math, but it didn't. Celtics held their own, man. They, like we were saying earlier, they were playing, the 2-point game, just trying to keep it close with Miami. Every time they hit those 3-pointers, they weren't coming back and then trying to hit desperation threes, trying to come back into the game, except for like one couple minute stretch in that second half where I was just like, they're just shot chucking right now. But they got it back to, it was what, tied. We were up one with we were up one going into the half. So Celtics, they kept it close this game, man. And the 3-point shooting just absolutely helped the Celtics in that fourth quarter, because for the Miami Heat to be taking 20 more shots than the Celtics, and it's tied going into, or it wasn't tied, but I think we were up 3 going into the fourth quarter. That is the best case scenario you could have right there for the Celtics. And yeah, I think it just came down to fatigue at the end for the Miami Heat. They were making the shots early. They were feeling good, feeling strong, confident, letting it fly. And then in that second half, fatigue sets. You're taking 20 more shots now. You took over 100 shots this game. And obviously, all that jumping, trying to make them shots, running back and forth, playing at the pace that they're playing at because they want to play fast. It bit them this time. So fortunate for the Celtics that the Miami Heat pretty much fell over in that fourth quarter and they couldn't come back. You could see it in the body language too of the Miami Heat. Every time the Celtics made a 3-pointer, one of the players on that court was absolutely exasperated at the fact that the Celtics just could not miss. You would see them throwing their hands up, looking at each other like, dude, guard him, do something. What the heck is going on? Like, they fell apart. And Eric Spoelstra was trying to do anything to save that team and, get those guys rallied back up. 4 timeouts later, it was over. The Celtics, they put them to sleep. They gave him the chokehold. They John Cena'd him. They John Cena'd the Miami Heat, man. They made him tap.
Yeah, the Celtics were actually collapsing their defense. I forget. I forget the actual number in the first half, but they were getting a lot of points in the paint. They were collapsing their defense. Miami was just shooting threes. That's all they were really. That was their game plan. After the first half, they weren't making them.
Yeah.
Thus, they fell behind and couldn't come back.
Yeah, it was. This was a Eric Spoelstra live by the 3, die by the 3 game. How often do you see that from Eric Spoelstra? I don't remember him having a team shooting 50-something threes in a game. Usually it's all, pick and roll. That type of offense from him, like very methodical, very like, let's get into some sets. This was just, yeah, man. They were just, if the guy was open from three, he was just telling him, let it fly. The Celtics do have a hard time guarding the three at times this season. There's been plenty of games. I mean, we can go into the past couple seasons about the Celtics when they play an inferior opponent. They let a guy go off, have a career night against them, shooting the three. And I think that's what Eric Spoelstra was kind of banking on again. Let's see if they can guard it. If they can't, we got two big guys down low to scoop up the rebounds, and we'll just try to get the second chance opportunities off the long rebounds. Celtics, though, they stuck with it, man. They played well tonight. All things considered, they played well to keep themselves into the game, going into that fourth quarter, keeping it close, and then they went off. That was it. Fourth quarter. That's the game right there. Is the fourth quarter.
Yeah, 10 3-pointers in that fourth quarter. Actually,
fourth quarter. Yep.
Yeah, they just couldn't miss. Everything they were throwing up was going in. Is demoralizing if you're the opposition. Like you said, they throw their arms up. They don't know what to do. They're looking at each other. They're pointing at each other. It's heartbreaking. It reminds me a little bit of what Golden State used to do to everyone.
Right, yeah.
Just rip their souls out. Just Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, just keep making these impossible threes.
And and I've been saying this season too. I'm like, Derek White is shooting at, like unprecedented numbers from the three. Like they're almost like Steph Curry average. He's almost averaging, Steph Curry attempts from the three this season. And tonight he had his Steph Curry night to go with it. So absolutely efficient shooting from Derek White tonight. And man, Celtics deserved this win. They could not let that Derek White masterclass performance go to waste today, and they didn't. Sam Hauser came in and he was like, "Hold up, I can shoot the three too." We about to have a battle right now of who the king of the fourth is right now with Isaiah Thomas here on the court. It was good to see. Man. They were just going bucket for bucket with each other. It was awesome. It was contagious. The team. One guy sees it going down, the other teammates responding like, "Hell yeah, I want to get on this too." Great game tonight, man. So good. Let me see if I can find some post game stuff right now. All right, this coming in from Justin Turpin from WEEI. Derek White tonight, this is his tweet, 33 points, 11-20 from the field, 55% shooting, 9-14 from the three, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 4 blocks. He is the first player in Celtics history to post such a stat line, 30-plus points, 9 threes, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 4 blocks. Excluding the threes, only Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, and Robert Parrish have posted such a line. That's elite company, man.
Yeah.
Elite company. Let me get this up so that y'all can see it. That way I can credit Turpin for this. Let's see. So let me go ahead. Stop screen. Share screen. Justin Turpin. Here we go. Let me see. Can you see this? All right, yeah. Here it is.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah. Justin Turpin. First player in Celtics history to post such a stat line. Excluding the threes, only Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, and Robert Parrish have posted such a line. Man, good stuff, man. Good stuff from D. White. I mean, if you're in the conversation of a stat line and it includes Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, and Robert Parrish, bro.
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah. Good stuff from D. White today, man. I mean, just watching it, you knew, like, when you were watching this game today, when you were watching Derek White, you just could see it. You're like, this dude's doing something special right now.
Yeah,
he was on fire. This reminds me of like that one game where Ray Allen, I believe he had 7 threes in a half, and he was trying. He like people were going crazy for that. I mean, it was Ray Allen, right? It was insane.
Yeah.
He cooled down in the second half. Um, in that game where Ray Allen was going off, but this one was like consistent for D White, right? It was like the threes were hitting all game, and the fact that he got to 10 was just it's absolutely astounding. Like, dudes hitting 10 3-pointers in a game does not come around often.
No.
I mean, it is like elite shooters that do that. For Derek White to do that in today's game against the Miami Heat, a rival that he's owned over the years, absolutely great stuff from him. Absolutely love it, man. Derek White, man, you're a goat. He's turning into a Celtics greatest of all time. So
Yeah.
good stuff, man. For the first time in his career, Derek White has scored 30 points in back-to-back games. We had already talked about that earlier. Man, nothing for post game stuff yet. Because we hopped on this early. We hopped on like right after the game ended.
Yeah.
So still not too many interviews going on right now with with the team and everything like that.
Yeah.
If anything, bro, I don't even care to really wait for the interviews today.
Yeah.
So if you don't care, I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just happy with the win that we got today. It was good stuff, man.
Yeah, it was a good game. Good game. It's nice to see him hit shots and get that Missoula ball going.
Yeah, that
Carry
was
over to the next game.
it was like a Missoula ball game in the fourth quarter only because
Yeah.
they were struggling. I mean, what did they end up with total? Uh 21 threes, right? So 11 of them came in the first 3 quarters combined.
Yeah.
Wasn't really too much Missoula ball going on until that fourth, but
Fourth
when we
quarter.
needed
Yeah.
it happened, and it happened at a elite shooting percentage.
Yeah. That Derek White carried you first half. Sam Hauser, fourth quarter. Like you said, yeah. 10 threes at the fourth quarter. That was Sam Hauser, Derek White, JB hit 1 or 2. That was your fourth quarter version of smaller sample size of Missoula ball. You're absolutely
Yeah,
right.
yeah. But yeah, man, it's just it's like it's so good to see this team competing. I don't know if you saw the reports from Shams Sharania today about the NBA had like sent out a memo, or kind of like just like informing teams that are like tanking and stuff like that for draft picks and stuff, that basically they wouldn't basically, like, if you're tanking, like, you're not really going to get rewarded for it anymore.
Well,
I mean, not like teams really got rewarded for it anyways, because the NBA uses a draft lottery, which I think is
yeah,
absolutely
yeah,
preposterous.
yeah.
But basically they said like, hey, if you guys are tanking to like increase your odds for winning the lottery,
Hmm.
good luck. That's basically like what they told
Yeah,
teams. And now I'm like, wait, so you're telling teams, like, even if they win the, like, basically if they're like trying to set themselves up, that that they're basically like
mm,
SOL, like they're not going to get better odds. So you're just gifting picks, which is like kind of what they did to the Dallas Mavericks. They
mm,
just they traded Luka, and then they get the first overall pick.
yeah.
Okay. um let me see. Let me pull up this Sham Sharania tweet, because this was crazy to me. this was crazy. And then like a lot of people in the comments were basically just saying, "Oh, so the NBA is basically rigging the league, like setting it up to like put players where they want players." Okay.
Yeah.
I got it up. Let me screen share it right now. Love the little LeBron gif down here at the bottom of the screen. Okay. The NBA is enacting several sports betting policies to its 30 teams, including changing injury reporting rules. So this is about the injury, like the betting and the injuries.
Yeah.
Teams now will be required to resubmit injury listings on game day between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. local time and update public reports every 15 minutes, sources tell ESPN.
That's crazy.
Okay. This one was funny, though. LeBron James reading this. I thought this was hilarious. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so that means that the NBA is going to have to, like, whenever we get those like injury report updates like on Twitter, and it's like this player is out or this player is available, so that means like they're going to be tweeting that every 15 minutes from 11 to 1,
Yes,
like
that's
to
sports
update
gambling.
the public. Like, bro, like my so every day from 11 to 1 on a game day, my notifications are just gonna blow up every 15 minutes from 11 for 2 hours for a report for the player's health. That's insane.
Yeah.
Like the Celtics admin is just gonna like copy paste every 15 minutes. It's overkill. Okay.
Yeah.
NBA is also pushing gaming companies for changes to prop bets involving individual players, such as limiting maximum amount that can be bet, limitations on unders, limiting population of players, eliminating problematic bet types like bets on an action on a single play. This is like, okay, this is, I mean, how do you regulate this? The government can't even regulate this. So how is an NBA organization going to regulate what Vegas wants to do, or what these sport books want to do? Like, what, like Adam Silver doesn't have that pull. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. So the NBA is going to push the gaming companies. I mean, they're already in bed with them, right?
Yeah.
The NBA has already cemented themselves. They're lying in bed with these sports booking, these sports apps, betting apps, these, like, so you want them to dumb down their business, like after you've already like signed off and signed on that like you want to be a partner with them? I don't see that happening.
Yeah. It's gonna be tough because Vegas isn't gonna turn down bets. I mean,
right, exactly.
yeah,
It's people's money. Like they can do with it whatever they want, right? So
I
yeah.
think. I think what the NBA needs to do is they're worried about these unders, the Terry Rozier situation, all that. You gotta penalize the player. You gotta not go after the sports apps or betting apps. Just go after the player.
Right. It's
Suspend them
almost
for a
like,
year, suspend them for 2 years, ban them for life, whatever it is. That'll stop all these under bets and these players trying to, feed their families and feed their friends.
right. It's like they're trying to shift the blame, and the players are doing it, right? The bets are going to be there. They can't stop the bets. Like, you like before even the apps and stuff. I mean, there's all like people could still kind of like bet on this kind of stuff, with bookies and stuff. It wasn't like it wasn't like this stuff didn't exist, these prop bets and stuff. So Yeah, for them to like try to be the organization that's going to go ahead and tackle this now head on, and they're going to be at the forefront of trying to change these uh these sport books method of making money is preposterous. I don't see that happening at all. They like that's what they do. People take risk, they take bets, and if you're betting on a Terry Rozier prop bet for, you know, you got to pick and choose your battles, people. I mean that's on y'all. Anyways, this is the one I wanted to get to right here. The NBA tells its franchises today that the league has undertaken a renewed review of league policy changes concerning tanking, such as potential modifications to rules regarding draft pick protections, revised draft lottery rules, and other approaches. So they want to, they are concerned about teams that are tanking that have been doing this for years. You had organizations that their mantra was called trust the process.
Mm-hmm.
And now we want to tackle it. Now, the year after Luka gets inexplicably traded from Dallas to LA, now we want to revise it. Now that people have been throwing their conspiracies out there that it was rigged for Dallas to get the number 1 pick after trading Luka, the Lakers get their superstar after they've been struggling with Rob Pelinka at the helm.
Yeah.
Now they want to regulate the tanking, and now they want to basically say, "Hey, potential modifications to revise draft lottery rules." So basically, like, come on, bro. Like, what? Like this one down here from Gang Celtics. Celtics about to get a 5 pick for ethically tanking. Yes, facts. And then basically, this guy right here, Aiden Laporta, he put in quotations to basically summarize: if teams/markets we don't like are going to get a top prospect, then we are going to rig the lottery. Uh, I mean, that's basically how it reads to me.
Yeah.
Um, basically, like with the whole revised draft lottery rules, that right there is saying to me, hey, yeah, if you guys tank and now you're gonna get this like coveted franchise player for your small for your organization that's kind of like, in a small market, yeah, don't plan on that.
Mm.
Don't plan on that anymore.
Yeah. Well,
I
this
think
guy.
I think but I think it's go ahead. Cuz I think it's stupid though that
Yeah.
it is a lottery anyways. So
Yeah.
it's like, unless you think your draft lottery that you have implemented is being is rigged, why are you changing it? Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. I mean, this that story that Shaq tells about David Stern going up to him and saying, "Do you want to play in a warm weather city or do you want to play in a cold weather city?" Wink, wink. Therefore, he was drafted. He was Orlando got the number 1 pick and they drafted him. So there's been rumors, there's been innuendos about this happening for years, and they pull the cards, but nobody sees them. It's not transparent. So I mean,
the
I don't
latter
know who knows what goes
the
on in the background.
yeah, the lottery takes place in a closed room.
Yeah.
Like the balls are distributed behind closed doors in a room, and the public doesn't see it,
No.
right? The only thing we ever see is the television, excuse me, the television show that they put on for us, where, you know members of each organization show up and they get a little card and then they open it saying what pick they are, like,
Yeah. That's all we
right.
see. Yeah.
That's what we see. We don't see a person pulling the ball and it's saying, oh, you know Chicago gets the number 1 pick. Like, we don't see none of that.
No.
So how are we supposed to believe that it's transparent and that it's real? And then all this stuff is going on behind the scenes with Luka Doncic and the Lakers, and it was a surprise trade. I mean, how does Luka's reaction, like when he was traded, it felt so genuine.
Yeah.
It did not feel like a dude that was asking out of Dallas, like, at all. No, like it didn't seem like he was like coming to camp or coming to the season out of shape on purpose or anything. It was just like his lifestyle that he lives, right? I mean, it was just he didn't come off as like a James Harden trying to like push his way out of Houston, to me, at least, because Luka was still balling, right? Like he was still playing great. And then to see his reaction for like the tribute video and everything like that, I mean, the dude was like borderline bawling his eyes out.
Yeah, it was.
It felt like it was unexpected to even him. So maybe it is rigged, man. Maybe it is. I don't know. And now we're going on the conspiracy theory route, and
yeah.
But we like, as a fan, we pay attention to this stuff, right? Like we're deeply invested in not only our team but like what goes around the league. So it's these are legit questions, like, now, as far as questioning the integrity of the NBA. And now the NBA has also just opened up the possibility to private equity getting involved with more teams. I don't know if you saw that one as well. So Adam Silver is absolutely out of his mind with all the decisions that he makes for the NBA. I feel like, personally, I think like he has his hand in everything, and it's all to make a profit. It's all to make the most money that he can make for the owners. And a Luka to LA deal absolutely makes LA, it makes the NBA so much money.
Yeah.
Him staying in Dallas doesn't do nearly the numbers that it does in LA. Like, as far as the profitability, the money making machine that LA that the NBA has in the Lakers organization. So
a lot of money involved, man. There's a lot of stuff in the behind the scenes that none of
Mhm.
us can imagine what goes on behind the scenes,
Right.
So much money, so much money.
Yeah. And yeah, man, it's and now allowing private equity to come into, the opportunity for more private equity to come into the league, they're trying to make as much money as they can. It's not a secret. And now, with these reports from Shams that if you're tanking, hey, we're looking at it. You might not get lucky anymore. So I think they just need to get rid of the lottery, personally.
Yeah. Or just do it in real time, get the teams up
Right.
there, the representatives, and just do it in real time. You don't need a
Facts.
back room. Do it,
Facts.
make it a one-day event,
Facts, dude. Literally put everybody in a room with the ping pong balls. We can watch it live and we can see it play out in public.
Yeah.
That's all I ask. The local news does that. The local news will put ping pong balls on the TV. You know what I'm saying?
They do. Yeah,
they do. Exactly. They don't do it out here on the West Coast, but I remember back on the East Coast, living in Connecticut and everything. Powerball, you seeing the numbers being pulled up on the TV.
Yep,
It's transparent.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, we don't get that at all. The NBA could fix all their conspiracy rumors and perception that people have on the NBA with literally that fix right there. That would be a big fix for the NBA to just say, hey, we can live stream the balls on YouTube. You could do a YouTube live or something. You don't even have to put it on network television. As long as it's there out in record in public for the people to see, it would totally clear up any of this like conspiracy theory problem that the NBA has going on currently.
Yeah.
So
they would kill it in ratings too. People would just tune in just to watch,
mhm.
Imagine the viewership of just watching that, just the ping pong balls and the teams where they select. They'd just make a killing.
They would, but they'd also probably try to regulate their sports books companies that they're in bed with about hey, you can't let our fans gamble on what the ping pong probability is going to be.
Yeah, it'll be something. Yeah,
because like they do that, then people are going to be betting on the ping pong ball, like who's going to get the number one pick. I mean, people do that anyways, but they do it after the balls have already been pulled. It wouldn't be like a live bet. So but yeah, man, good game today. I need to go eat some dinner. This beer has got me hungry right now. Tastes so good though with that Celtics win.
Nice.
Wait. Let me see. Hold on. I want to see where we're sitting at right now, record wise. Before we go, let's check the records. Where the Celtics sit in the standings. Okay, Celtics are sitting number 4 right now. Number 4, 16-11 on the season. Philadelphia is behind us at 15-11. Did they win tonight? Let me see. Yes, they beat the Knicks 116-107. It looks like awesome, cool. I like it when the Knicks lose, but I mean, 76ers also. 76ers are good, man.
They got good guards.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, my man. Yeah, so we're now sitting at 4th on the season right now. Looking at the playoff picture and everything, the Celtics are definitely going to be in the playoff mix this year. But yeah, that's it for today. Thanks to everybody that tuned in tonight for this Celtics win over the Miami Heat, 129-116. Talking a little bit of post game about what we saw today. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. You can follow me at Parquet Poppy. You can follow my boy Adrian at NBA Swing Pass. You can follow the Dynasty Proud podcast at Dynasty Proud 18. Most of our stuff you'll see coming through both of our socials. But you can also follow Boston Sports Entertainment Network at BSEN _617. That's where we live stream out of on X and on YouTube. Other than that, my boy Adrian, good talking with you today.
All right.
I believe we're going to be here for the next post game as well. And what day is that? Let's see.
Yeah, this game tomorrow, I believe.
Tomorrow, yep, back to back. That's right. They're going to Toronto. Yep, I'll be here for the post game as well. Here to talk about that game. And yeah, so good win tonight from the Celtics. Thank you for tuning in. See you tomorrow for the post game against the Toronto Raptors, win or lose. Peace out. Give us a follow and go Celtics.
Ends tonight here. It's over. Time to say it again, Boston. Anything's possible. Banner number 18 has been secured. The Celtics are NBA champions.